When a hooded mantis and a Brazilian wandering spider go for the jugular, it's all cloak and dagger. In the jungles of Central America, some of the deadliest predators are masters of disguise.
From above or behind, the hooded mantis looks just like a leaf. But if you're prey and it's rearing above you about ready to strike, it looks more like a king cobra, and its bite is just as deadly.
Not only is it invisible, the hooded mantis makes other bugs disappear. Like all good spies, the hooded mantis excels at surveillance. Two huge compound eyes give the mantis stereoscopic vision and excellent view to a kill. It also deploys two extra-long antennae, each lined with tens of thousands of highly sensitive chemoreceptors. Free of debris, they pick up the faintest enemy transmission.
The antennae are constantly detecting chemical and physical information, especially when the mantis is sizing up an opponent or prey. This is particularly important when it reaches that stage where the mantis can't risk taking their eyes off the opponent in case they suddenly launch an attack of their own.
And its trademark move is always shaken, not stirred.
The mantis uses strange rocking and shuddering as part of its behavioral camouflage repertoire. This helps disguise it as a flickering leaf and makes it hard to focus on. It'll use this tactic even while doing tiny little steps towards its victim.
But the real threat are the legs themselves. Long raptorial limbs are lined with dagger-like spikes, sharp enough to puncture human skin.
The entire prey capture strategy of mantids revolves around remaining invisible to their targets, striking out of nowhere, pinning their prey with their spiked arms, and then delivering a series of killer bites.
A katydid is an armored fighter who also kills for a living. But the hooded mantis has no trouble taking it down.
That is a textbook raptorial arm lock. The katydid has absolutely no way of fighting back.
Super sharp mandibles, like the teeth of a great white, gouge the victim's head. And when the katydid's dangerous rear legs keep kicking, they are removed with clinical precision.
This is a harsh lesson in monster bug indignity. If you struggle against a mantis, you're probably gonna end up in pieces before you die.
But the hooded mantis is being tailed by an equally ruthless enemy agent. This skulking assassin is one of the world's most proficient killers.
Wandering spiders are generalist predators, which means that they'll basically catch anything that they're capable of taking down. These are creepy spiders.
The Brazilian wandering spider takes no prisoners.
These guys have a really nasty venom. It actually kills a number of humans every year.
Her powerful body and long legs are covered in dense hair. Each one is a sensor, picking up tiny vibrations, even changes in airflow, which she uses to lethal effect. katydid is in the wrong place at the wrong time. Its only hope is to sneak by unnoticed.
This katydid is trying to walk by the spider, pretend like it's blowing in the wind or that it's debris, that it isn't a living animal. But the spider is completely aware of exactly what it is and is going to go after it.
Eventually, the spider makes its move. Not with blinding speed, but like a slowly grasping hand. Venom strong enough to kill a child brings instant death.
The Brazilian wandering spider is considered to have the most potent venom of any spiders in the world. The venom contains a combination of neurotoxins that affect the way the nervous system works, and it causes a great deal of tissue damage.
Now, digestive enzymes turn the katydid into green gumbo. But what happens when the Brazilian wandering spider meets its Cold War counterpart, the Hooded Mantis?
Either one of these animals has the strength and the weapons to win this.
These two ruthless agents share one creed: live and let die. In a seemingly peaceful Central American rainforest, a camouflaged hooded mantis is on an undercover assignment. A Brazilian wandering spider is also on a mission to kill. The mantis' spiked limbs and super sharp mandibles are more than a match for the spider's deadly fangs and super powerful venom. The two stone-cold assassins come face to face. So close, they are actually touching.
So now the wandering spider and the hooded mantis are in contact with each other, but it really is who moves the fastest and where they attack.
The spider backs off, wary. In a battle like this, there is no margin for error. The hooded mantis tries its favorite bluff.
The praying mantis is hoping that its shuddering motion will let it get close to the spider without it recognizing that it has an opponent.
But the spider isn't fooled. Like a Hollywood fight scene, the enemy agents are locked together in a precarious battle. The mantis is in the perfect position. Its mandibles could rip open the spider's belly. But it's too late. Like poison-tipped umbrellas, the spider's fangs puncture the mantis' thorax. Deadly neurotoxins flood the mantis' body. Within seconds, vital organs begin shutting down. The prospect of a massive feast has the spider's digestive juices flowing. Massive daggers slash the body to pieces. And it's sucked up like a mantis martini.
So the king cobra of the mantids goes down. But you can't say he didn't score points for bravery.
All that will be left is the mantid's hood, discarded like a dead spy's trench coat.
This animal wouldn't be out of place in a round of ultimate fighting. it can pull combination moves that wouldn't be legal anywhere outside the bug world.
In the blink of an eye, long raptorial arms, lined with needle-like knuckle dusters, land killer punches.
The muscles that control the mantis's raptorial strike are very strong and incredibly fast. In fact, they can do 2 strikes in the time it would take a housefly just to prepare its wings for takeoff.
This slenderweight is built like a natural-born fighter. Its elongated neck allows the head to rotate 180 degrees. Its huge compound eyes are constantly peeled for prey.
It all comes down to movement for them. This is what attracts them, and they can see movement from a long way off.
Waiting for prey, the Slender-neck stays out of trouble by shadowboxing. Shuffling, ducking, and weaving.
Mantis also employ 2 weird behavioral forms of camouflage. The first is to sway back and forth like a leaf in the wind, but the second is to disguise its footsteps with jerky, irregular motions while sneaking up on a prey item.
Its ultra-trim physique belies an insatiable appetite. Put simply, this mantis is an eating machine.
Don't mistake skinny for puny. This mantis can take on hard-hitting opponents and win, and it has a huge appetite. How it maintains that trim little figure is beyond me.
An approaching cockroach doesn't see the sucker punch coming.
Her capacity to hang on would put any rock climber to shame. She's gripping that leaf with just 8 tiny little claws, yet even when the cockroach struggles, she has no problems maintaining her foothold.
With its victim under control, the mantis really puts the hurt on.
Once the mantis has grabbed its prey, it typically pins the most troublesome parts inside of its raptorial arms, while it then goes in with the mandibles to try to do as much damage as possible. Typically, it'll go straight for the head, and once that's gone, kind of removes the will to fight back.
Then something extraordinary happens. With its head in the mantis mouth, the cockroach gives birth to a squirming swarm of instant orphans. As one life ebbs away, 20 more crawl into the world.
Well, if you've ever bought into the notion that everything natural is warm and fuzzy, this should put an end to it. In the wild, survival is a struggle from day one.
That struggle is about to get nasty. The Bronze Huntsman spider is another hard-hitting hunter. Always looking for a fight.
Huntsmen are ambush predators. They basically are willing to hunt on the ground or in the trees and wait until prey passes by. And then they lunge at it fast, scoop it up in their arms, and then tear it apart with their strong fangs.
Like all huntsman spiders, this prize spider hugs the surface. Its legs hinge not vertically, but laterally.
Most spiders stand upright, but what the huntsmen have done is what would be dorsal has rotated so the legs are laterally oriented. And this lateral orientation means that they're able to scuttle sideways very rapidly.
The Bronze Huntsman has 8 eyes, arranged in 2 rows of 4. But this street fighter hunts less by eyesight and more from the faintest telltale movements of air.
huntsman legs are covered with sensors that are very, very attuned to vibrations.
A moth's slightest movement is like a bell ringing for round one. Unfortunately for the moth, the Bronze Huntsman also has a prize fighter's chin.
Huntsmen have big, strong chelicera, and they're really able to grab prey, pierce strong exoskeletons, and then tear it to pieces.
At the same time, digestive juices like acid liquefy the moth's insides. When she's through, all that's left is some fuzz around the fangs. It will pay to keep her weapons well-oiled. This champion has a challenger. When the Slender-necked Mantis and the Bronze Huntsman enter the ring, the loser faces sudden death. In the bug world, every night is fight night. Each bout carries the ultimate prize purse, survival. The Bronze Huntsman and the Slender-necked Mantis are both unbeaten champions. The Huntsman has huge fangs and potent venom. The Mantis bristles with deadly spikes and rips opponents to pieces with razor-sharp mandibles. Who will survive this fight? Both bugs are locked eye to eye in a monster stare-down. The Mantis makes the first move, advancing boldly up the leaf.
That is real commitment. But whether it's brave or foolish,
With its guard up, the Mantis is rocked by a lightning 1-2 combination. The Bronze Huntsman looks to up the ante. The Mantis neatly sidesteps. The sparring continues. Then the Mantis gambles on a full frontal assault. As tactics go, it's not what you call inspired. The Mantis finds its slender body bent over backwards, gripped in a killer clinch. With no referee to call break, the Huntsman's fangs plunge like daggers into the Mantis' thorax.
Often, spiders will directly try to orient toward the head of its potential prey because this takes it out lots faster than if it nips the back end or nips a leg.
The Mantis refuses to throw in the towel, biting and grabbing its opponent's pedipalp with a sharp-toothed arm.
That has gotta hurt. These pedipalps are really sensitive, and the spider is gonna be in real trouble if it manages to rip these pedipalps off. So it's injecting venom as fast as it possibly can.
this final struggle might be a great display of courage in the face of certain death, but I'm afraid it's too little, too late.
This former champion won't be getting off the canvas.
No doubt, the Bronze Huntsman deserved the gold medal, or in this case, green.
The huntsman settles down to enjoy her trophy. But this isn't over. An ant swarm wants its share. There's no stopping them. The champion abandons her victory feast. After all, there are plenty more meals on her fight card tonight.